Hello everybody, welcome to the UK SAS Dachau Better Racing League. This is round 2 of season 3 and we are in Austria. Alongside of me, as always, there is Webbo.
Hey Leox, how's it going?
Well, it's good. Let's see. So, this is the second round. In the first round we didn't see a really important battle for the lead, but today there is Simo Pez again, and do you think there is going to be a fight between Nicolas and Simo?
I think so. I'm kind of hoping we get somebody else as well in the mix. But yeah, last week was an amazing race. Not necessarily at the front, but we had battles all the way through the whole race long. So I'm really hoping for something similar today.
Let's see, as the drivers now are putting their setups on, as always, because we are in qualifying. Short qualifying as always, so 18 minutes to get as many laps as possible around the track. And we're on dynamic weather, as I can see. Let's see. So a lot of new faces, I have to say. El Crane, and Brabus. Brabus is a reserve driver, and Sinful is actually in P18. Yes. So what do you expect from this qualifying? I would
love to see a battle between Simo Pez, obviously, and Nicolas Boiter, of course. And I did rely heavily on Nicolas's brother, William, last week. He was giving me plenty of things to talk about. And made the stream extra enjoyable. So if he does tune in, I hope he can do the same.
Plenty of data. Yeah. Okay, Simo Pez, really first fun. Out already. Let's jump on board with him.
Fantastic.
On a medium compound, so maybe just want to get some laps in before going full pace, really.
I haven't seen any weather forecast yet from any of the drivers. Hopefully they'll let us know if it's anything other than dry.
We'll see. Maybe I'll ask in the Discord chat. So, let's stay on board with Simo Pez to start the first push lap of today's qualifying. We're in Austria, and while the F1 real race, it's gonna be in Saudi Arabia, so quite different. Let's go with Simo Pez on the medium compound tire, starting his lap right now, going to turn 1, a little bit too wide, extending the track but not getting an invalidation because the speed was not up there. So sketchy first corner for Simo Pez. That's not the way he wants to start, surely.
Seems to have the medium tyres up to a reasonable temperature as he approaches turn 3. Seems to have good grip in there.
Yeah. A little bit of a lock-up there, and now the I guess the trickiest part of the track, even if it's not that tricky at the end of the day. Austria is only 9 corners. Am I right? There are 9?
Well, there are 10 numbered, but at least 2 of them are flat out nothing corners.
Yeah.
So this is officially turn 9 as he relies on the engine braking and the downforce to get the car turned in. Threads the needle on the way out, and it's a 104.689. Simo Pez first lap out there.
This is a lap on a medium. We're gonna see, obviously, I think laps in the 3, in the 103. So let's just wait for the other driver to cross the line. There are already some yellow flag, but it's only for let the other drivers by, as Brabus goes fastest on a soft compound tires with a 104.3. El Crane 15.9, so he has room for improvement, surely.
Absolutely. Brabus, we hope, will be able to fill in for William Boiter, who's missing today, and fill in
right.
Similar level of speed. That'll be good.
Yeah, it's true because it's on a Mercedes, in a Mercedes, and Nicolas and Simo are teammates. So Brabus is carrying an important weight on his shoulder for today's race for Mercedes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's on board with Shark, who doesn't have his sponsor now, that is on a Red Bull.
That's right.
Let's go to... Oh, it is invalidated his lap through the second sector, which is quite tricky as Brabus goes faster with a 1.04.1, so he's improving on a whole set of softs, which made me think that he had more fuel than 5 kilos, which is the minimum. So he has the pace, surely. We'll see if it's gonna be enough to keep Simopez away from pole position.
Just following Monty Peretz, who's next in the middle of the track at the moment. He's got a purple middle sector for himself on this first banker lap.
Impressive. Let's see Monty Perez through the third and final sector. Carrying not that much speed through turn 9, a little bit too wide in turn 10. Let's see, it's gonna be a 1.6.3. So he can improve surely also in the third sector. It's really hard to get 2 seconds down on such a short lap. So
yes, and I did see him very wide through turn 3. I think approaching turn 3 right now is Warren. He gets a bit late on the brakes, a little bit late and a little bit hard on the brakes into turn 3.
Yeah,
blocking up that inside right.
You don't want to go on the outside curb of turn 3. You're gonna lose so much traction that you need for the straight to have good speed. Ooh, shaky.
Massive. Yeah, got a really loose rear end on the car.
Yeah.
Obviously not optimized the setup at this point, or the tyre temperature.
Exactly. Let's see, Warren.
I see in the driver chat, Leox, that Simopez is asking people not to destroy the braking marker boards.
Maybe that's a strategy to.
I don't know whether anybody would read that and think, actually, that's a good idea to slow Simopez down.
Exactly. Turn 2 has no sign now.
Marcus Monte, his first lap right now, he's in the Ferrari.
Interesting line through turn 4.
Yeah, certainly seesawing the wheel a little bit.
Actually 5, because that one is flat on the first straight. Yeah, so that was turn 5. Really messing me with us. I'm messing with Austria. And it's a 1.4.9, so just about in the 1.4. 104.
On a lap on soft tyres now, 0.4 faster into the second sector, faster than he's been before, but not a purple second sector. But let's see what kind of speed he can unlock.
Ooh.
Oh, an invalidation in between turns 9 and 10. That'll be frustrating.
That'll be frustrating, but I can tell he's pushing, so I think he's going for another lap back to back, and he's pushing maybe a little too much, but he doesn't get an invalidation. He's getting lucky with this turn 1.
We have a disqualification on the board
for Pat.
He was facing the wrong way on track.
Wow.
Lopez is up in sector 1.
That's not really something that you see a lot often. Pat
No.
disqualify. And he's gonna start dead last, no matter what the results are for the other drivers.
Lopez over the limit on the way into turn 4, turn 4 actually.
Yep.
This one, turn 6 here. He was really over it. He's gaining on his first time on the mediums, of course, but I don't think this is going to be potential pole position.
He need a perfect last 2 corners, and he doesn't get them at all. Almost actually drifting to turn 9 and deciding to back out, put another set of tires.
Run offer, I don't think.
Not in the standings, but for us surely we can give him
We
can
should
give him
have
one.
we should have a style point championship, I think.
Yeah. We're gonna from next race on. Let's go on board with Trackster in P3, who is slightly down on his personal best. Let's see if he can improve going through the third sector. Nice turn 9, not carrying that much speed through turn 10 on high gears, but let's see. He does improve by a tenth, but he stays P3.
Absolutely, we've got Brabus just 1.5 tenths over his first sector time.
Erkus spinning around. Oh, and as well, another Red Bull spinning around to turn 1. It's like watching the final race Abu Dhabi when people go do donuts. It was a really nice shot. Another point for Erkus in the Style Championship.
Nice. We're going to have to start writing this down. Manik has retired from the session. Manik in the Haas has retired from the session, despite not being one of those drivers doing donuts. And we haven't talked about Barks yet.
Yeah.
And he's heading into the pits. On a 105.318 is his fastest time, but he's heading into the pits for a new set of tyres.
He was on a brand new set of tires, so I don't know what went wrong. I mean, the screen does say that the tires that he had were 0 laps in. So maybe you just want to adjust a little bit the setup, or you had too much fuel. Let's see, how much time do we have still? 7 minutes.
7 minutes remaining. Yeah, 7 minutes. And Venegor says, "Go Simo, go." So Simo Pez fan is here already.
Let's stay on board with Ruiz Saravillo, who is a really important candidate for the front row, but he's gone wide, almost like Bottas two years ago. And so Reels
from Warren. Warren's just gone up to P7 from near the back of the grid. 105.2.
fourth row lockout for McLaren.
And Simapez is on an attack lap.
Let's jump on board with him, half a second up on his time through the first sector. So he's gaining.
But again, very late into turn 4. On the brakes there.
Ooh, a little bit too wide and another invalidation.
He was 7 tenths up at that point, despite getting turn 4 not ideal.
You can tell he's burning fuel as well, so let's see, let's stay on board with Simapaz as Trackster goes P2 with a 1.04.3. So Simo really need to set the lap on the board. Is three laps in a row now that he loses his lap for invalidation. His lap gets invalidated.
Exactly. Yeah, Sicario's on track at the moment, but it's important we follow Simapez, seemingly very slow out of turn 3. Whether that was just my view on his car.
No, I think you were right, but he was also 4 tenths up on his 10.
Yeah. So let's see if he can keep the car within track limits this time through turn 6 and 7. That looks a lot tighter a line.
Yeah,
now he's 7 tenths faster. Very nice.
So he might be the first one to go into 103. Let's see if he gets a smooth third sector, and he looks like it. Missing a little bit of the apex going through turn 10, but crossing the line, and it's a 104.003. So impressive lap by Simo.
Brabus is up in sector 1.
Ooh, by
18 hundredths faster.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a close call for Brabus, a close call for Mercedes. Let's see if he can improve over a 10 and be the first one in a 103. Nice line to turn 5, improving just a little bit more, 83 hundredths of a second. You need another tenth or so, less than a tenth. really smooth through this final sector, and it's not pole, he's improving, and it's a 104.0995.
Wow. Two drivers with it on a 104.0 at the front of the field. One more run, maybe two more runs, or a back-to-back left in the cars.
Yeah, they are gonna start on the tires that they qualify on, so they need to choose whether to get 2 push laps or to get only one attempt and preserve the tires for the race.
Womack has yet to set a lap, so a lot of pressure on this run at the moment. There's 2 corners to go before his lap comes in.
Let's jump on board with him then. Womack's on this Ferrari, and he goes P7. Nice done for him. Solid lap. He can surely improve, and I think he's pushing to do another lap back to back. As Simo dives into the pit, let's get on board maybe with Trackster, who is on P3 starting the lap, fighting for pole. He needs to fight 4 tenths, which is a lot in this track, but you never know. Maybe Trackster get the lap of his life as Perez did yesterday. He's improving by a small margin, a little bit too wide, and this is not gonna be the lap Trackster.
No, he's on his own really there in the middle of the front row times and 4th place at the moment.
Yep, a really big gap between the top 3 and the rest of the field.
Yeah, big surprise given how short this track is. It's really separating the fastest drivers, and there's Truckster, how much time he lost in that turn 4 problem that he experienced.
Yeah, over 6 tenths, and so he's aborting the lap to get a new one. As Simopets is going to do the hot lap, Brabus is still on the pit, so he's risking not to be able to set a lap. Maybe there is also, they're both on a Mercedes, so he might have some time to wait as Simopets was leaving the pit.
Yeah, he's about to start his next attempt to get in the 103s, I think.
Okay. Let's see Simopez in the action. A bit conservative, but now it's gonna have a really clean slipstream from Dirt Shark, and he's gonna gain something, and he's improving just about he needs to get in a 103. Let's see, is turn 4, yeah, the devil for him, and he gets a decent exit this time.
That looked maximised, that looked really good.
Nice line through here, and he's 2.5 tenths up. Impressive middle sector.
We know he had time to gain in the final sector as well, Leos.
Yeah, exactly. In the last corner, so he needs to nail turn 9, and he does. And he's a little bit too wide on turn 10. Maybe I am the one doing that wrong. And across the line is a 103.7.
Tremendous stuff. Tremendous. Let's see what Brabus can do. He will have seen that lap almost in front of him on the racetrack.
Yeah.
So Brabus needs to push,
and invalidation.
It's all gone wrong immediately. Yeah.
Does he have time? He doesn't. He retired on track for frustration. And so Brabus gets his Mercedes on P2 unless Trackster can improve. He can't because his lap is invalidated. So a 1-2 lockout for Mercedes. Simopez leading 3 tenths on Brabus. Interesting, very interesting lap by Simopez. Terrific. As Ruthless P goes P4, as Barks goes P5, facing the wrong direction through turn 4. He doesn't. He has to be. He has
Dirt
to.
Shark and I think just a couple of drivers left to go. Dirt Shark is up on his time. It's trying to get here into the top 10. And
let's see. Oh, and Simopez improved.
Faster still. How did he improve after that previous lap? Incredible. Dirt Shark up to P4 as well. Look at that for a Red Bull. Brilliant stuff at the home circuit.
incredible final seconds of qualifying as Simopets improved. Even if he didn't need to, improved by a 10.
And Reels Teravillo goes from the back of the grid to P6 as well. I think we're seeing some good evolution on the track grip, but nonetheless, tremendous stuff. I can't believe Simopes had enough ERS to get a faster time on that second run. But now, of course, he set his fastest time unnecessarily, Leox, on older tyres now.
Yeah, exactly. So I think on pure pace is obviously the favorite, but maybe strategy can play a role as we're waiting for Barks to retire his car. I think he's out of fuel, maybe, or he just want to go back to the pit and retire.
Zabijaka is frustrated. He had a 104.8, he thinks, but he invalidated it in the last corner.
Sadly for
Zabijaka down in 17th with a 5.5.
A 104 would have put him in the P10, in top 10.
Yeah, it's super close in the midfield, isn't it? I mean, look at that. Between 5th and 12th, just 0.2 of a second.
Incredible stuff. And Sinful has set his lap on a medium. On a medium, 5 laps old medium. Why? Why this strategy?
Amazing.
He's gonna have.
I think that might just be the tyres he's on right now. We'll see when we get the results screen. Which set of tyres it is, but yeah, it could just be what the car is wearing at the moment.
Luckily for him, he's gonna have a free choice by being P11. Otherwise, he would have get a 5 old medium. So let's see the final results of qualifying. Simopets got pole position over Brabus, the 2 Italian. I didn't know Brabus was Italian. So Italian lockout in the Mercedes. Then Trackster Dushak, Ruthless P, Ritzoravillo, Bark, Sicario, Ercus, Warren completing the top 10 as Sinful did set his fastest lap on the medium, 5 lap old medium. In P11 joined by OG Yo EK, in P12 Vumax, Crane, NXQK, Motiper, Zabijaka, Tibran, Manic and Pat who got disqualified. A little bit of a rush in the end, but I managed to name everyone.
Yeah, very short result screen window we had there. But I think an absolutely fascinating race we've got in front of us.
Yeah.
I hope anybody watching can give us their predictions. Let's have your podium predictions. All 3, please. And it was in the midfield that we saw the very best battles last week, Leox. I don't know if that's normal for this league or unusual, but it was so tense.
Yeah, I think it is. Also, we have seen from qualifying 7 drivers within 2/10. So it's going to be an impressive battle for P5, P6, maybe some car going around at the top, and we have an amazing fight for the lead as well. Who knows? There are 71 laps.
Looks a little bit strange out there. I don't know if
it's not completely. Sorry, how do you say it? It's not completely.
It's not clear in the sky. That the sun's not sharp. The sun's not shining brightly. It looks a little bit overcast in the Styrian mountain range there, of course.
A poet.
So we will see what the weather says.
As the driver, as always, as the drivers always twisting their setup for the race and preparing the strategy, and we are going to get this formation lap. As the drivers now need to prepare the tires for the start, a very difficult start here in Austria with this turn 1, which is very easy to get in contact with someone, so the drivers need to behave really well. We have seen them in a very close. Oh, and Pat got disqualified. Also in the formation lap.
He's not spent much time on track, has he, yet so far tonight? So hopefully he'll be able to improve on that, and we'll get some more track time. But if he retires on lap 1, it will be a very large waste of time for him today.
And Tibran has left the session, So Tibran in P18 needs to reconnect as soon as he can. I think. Can you invite him? Do you have?
Yeah, I'll try and have an invite for him. Yeah.
Thank you.
Brown.
Yeah. Is car driving lonely to turn 3, as the rest of the pack is already into the second sector. Simoped's preparing really slowly this formation lap. He wants to get his tires up to temperature. It's gonna be, as I was saying, a really important start for everyone. The two Mercedes. Okay, Tibran has joined, so he's back.
The thing we saw with Sinful on the medium tyres, of course, he finished 11th, so he took a big risk, but it paid off. He managed to. He will, of course, be able to put a new set of tyres on.
Yeah, let me see. Let me just have a look. Okay, there are many drivers on the medium from P11 to P20. Only 2 drivers choose softs to get a better start. There are Vumax and NXQK that we need to take a look at them at the start. So, we're almost ready, waiting only for Tibran. And the green flag is gonna be out very soon.
There we go.
A little tense moment now. All the driver focusing to get the perfect start, the perfect release of the clutch. Maybe a little bit too much time waiting.
There was a small glitch there with Tibran. He was not parked properly, but he's okay now.
Yeah, let's hope that the race will go on and the lobby won't back out. Let's wait a little bit longer. Hopefully the Tibran disconnection and reconnection won't affect too much. As Simopets inform us that Barks and Tibran are still loading on their screen. And I think this is not going to be the start.
Simopets says it's just predicted to be cloudy, so dry but not too bright today. Just
Already
be patient for a few minutes. Hopefully this will sort itself out. Tibran's car is still ghosted. Still waiting on those start lights.
Yeah.
Marshall's arms getting tired waving that green flag.
Yeah, they're probably gonna switch their arms soon. So no.
We'll wait for any instructions, of course, from Barks, the league owner. He will be the one that decides what happens here.
Yeah, still, I think the lobby is officially back now. And yeah, it's probably because of Tibran, as Simopets wrote in the chat. So I think we're gonna get a new lobby hopefully soon. As Barks, I think, is still loading. Maybe he has some connection issue.
Well, he's the host, so we're all here.
waiting for him. It's not in a Discord chat, strangely. So I think he's
said nothing yet.
Yeah, I think he's having some problem with the connection. They're asking Tibran to leave the session. To see.
He'll be able to rejoin once the race is underway, I think.
Yeah.
Seems to be okay. Come on, Tibran, let's get you. Oh, he's gone to AI. Does that mean he has left?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry. Just give me a 30 second. So still not any update?
No. Just lots of people asking T-Brand to go.
I don't think he's...
Oh, the host is going, so that is presumably Barks has left.
Left the session, yeah.
Still waiting on any instruction from him.
Me grading host, I think
Possibly
this is it for this lobby. Yeah, Barks has left the session. Glitched lab, guys. We will restart the race. And I also got an error for in the game. Did you as well?